Nice news, Costello! Hopefully you made it to the library for the book fair. If you didn't, here's Miss DeLeon with details about what's going on inside the library.
The book fair is a very important part of our school year, but it takes a lot more than just one person to make it all work.
So the book fair takes a lot of work. Usually months in advance, I start working with our Scholastic Book Fair rep. From there, then it's counting on your teachers, which do an amazing job communicating with our families to make sure they know what's going on, and with our students to make sure what's going on. Our PTA is also involved. They do such an amazing job getting all the advertising and all the information out using social media platforms. Our custodial service does an amazing job getting the deliveries in and having them picked up. And then the most thing, in my opinion, that takes probably a lot more work than everything else put together is setting up the book fair. It usually takes 6 to 8 hours. And the wonderful thing about it is that we have such awesome parents at this school, and so I get a lot of parent support to come in and help.
Mrs. DeLeon works hard to make sure the book fair keeps up with the student demand for awesome books.
Really popular are our graphic novels section. So graphic novels, I would say, and edge of your seat books are very popular. Our Who Was series tends to be very, very popular all the time. And then you have a lot of authors. An upcoming author that is very popular right now is Max Brailer. He's a very, very popular author right now.
Since she uses all the money from the book fair to provide scholastic news to all the classrooms and new books for the library, we want to make sure that all Cougars get a chance to support our book fair.
So if a student missed the book fair this week, do know that tomorrow, November 12th, is the last day officially of the book fair. You're still able to order online. All your orders are shipped free to the school and then distributed to classrooms. And then if that is not an option, you can always wait till our spring fair, which is March 30th through April 3rd.
For HTC News, this is Santino Ote with photographer Husna Musaze saying that's what's news.
The book fair sounds like an amazing event to check out. Now to Bella with some upcoming events. Okay, Cougars, this week is not only short, but it's quiet. We're jumping into the second trimester with both feet and focusing on our education. Our minimum days begin Friday and will run all next week for parent-teacher conferences. That's it. Have a great week, Cougars. It sounds like a good week to slow down and read a book. Now I'll hand it over to Riley with a lesson about common sense.
A very important common sense practice that you should do at school is to double and triple check the agenda at the end of the day to make sure that you have everything you need for homework. A common sense practice at home would be to make sure to clean up after yourself. A clean and organized space will make everything easier, and the more often you clean, the less time it will take. Now here is Adiba with what happened in this day in history.
Yesterday, we celebrated Veterans Day. Veterans Day is a celebration on November 11th because of all the major fighting in World War I was stopped on the 11th hour of the 11th day in the 11th month. We celebrate Veterans Day to say thank you for all the men and women who served in the military. However, today is November 12th. It is National Chicken Soup Day for the Soul Day, so do something that makes your soul feel good.
That was very informational. Now, it's time for the joke of the week.
Hi, my name is Dexter and I'm from Mrs. Fernandez's class and I have a riddle for you. Imagine you're in a big dark box with no windows, no doors, and you can't break it. How would you get out? Stop imagining.
The kindergarteners had a special visitor last week. Let's see what was happening around campus.
We have the police here today to talk to the kindergartners about being safe and how they're here to help them in times of emergencies, and that's part of our community helpers unit. So next week we will have the firefighters here next week to also talk to the kids about community helpers, community service, and how they're here to keep everybody safe.
I like when I got to see that flyer because it looked like it was gonna be. This is day 62 of the 1920 school year, and that's what's news.